Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's K Gibbs F1 here, and welcome to Formula Xbox Round 10 of Season 7. And we're actually returning to the United Kingdom, Great Britain, Silverstone of course, for the British Grand Prix. A home race for me, a home race for most of you viewing, according to the YouTube demographics anyway. And so, as we enter our qualifying lap now, as you can see, coming around Club Corner, trying to put power down, which is oh so difficult with traction off around there, but we do. And we managed to set a 1:31.716, which is only good enough for P12 at the moment. It's the first page of the leaderboard though, and given that we have a full house today, 22 drivers, that's not bad at all. We will certainly take that, and we will certainly take the free choice on tyre compounds for the race. Or at least we would, if it wasn't going to be an absolute monsoon during the races we've already seen. And there it is, absolutely bucketing down. I would, at this point, throw in the cliche about British weather, but that is overplayed to the nth degree, so we shall brush over that one and instead replace the cliche with 5 red lights as we look to get this one underway. Lights out and away we go, and as you can see from P12 we've got awful traction, awful purchase off the line, and we've just about managed to keep it in a straight line. Little bit of a tail wag on the way into turn 1 there. We've overcooked it, we've hit the back of the Force India. We're round, we've got a field of cars coming towards us. Thank goodness the ghosting system saved us from certain retirement there. And we're down in P22 of 22. We've got a mountain to climb, and as you can see the conditions are as treacherous as they could possibly be, and we've got a position made up already as there was more carnage up ahead, and we're right on the back of the McLaren of Casey Legend now, who seems to be struggling in these conditions even more than I am, which is certainly a sight to behold as he exits stage left. We're heading through Aintree sideways and nearly dropping it on the Wellington Straight, but we are at least up into P20 of 22 cars already. But as you can see on the map, they're already a long way ahead. Of course, this one as well, with it being wet, it's not like we can actually use strategy to our advantage or haul ourselves back up the field with a crafty, cunning tyre strategy. So we're going to instead have to opt to stick to these wet tyres, make one pit stop, and as you can see, we're absolutely all over the show, and we've got Perez now in the Toro Rosso all over the back of us as we launch it into Copse. Certainly not as quick at the apex as it would be if it was dry, and certainly not as quick if I'd actually managed to hit the apex there. We've got Perez now on our inside, heading into Maggotts and Beckett's. We make contact with the Toro Rosso side pod. We've just about kept it out the wall. Guess we're mowing the lawn basically at the moment at Beckett's. And we're down back into P21, and Casey Legend is now on our case once again as well, as we're trying to scoop it all up. We're still on the grass. We're still dropping it. Are we going to hit the wall? We've dropped it again. We've nearly hit the McLaren. But no, we've managed to get away with it, but not get away without losing the position. So we're down in last place once again for the second time on this opening lap, and this is about as badly as the first lap could have gone. As you can see, I'm pretty disastrous in the wet at the best of times, let alone when I'm making contact with other cars. But as you can see, speaking of making contact with other cars, we've got the Renault and the Manor up ahead, who seem to have come to grief there. The Renault of Jewish Lewis has gone wide. Of course, we had contact with him last time out in Austria, which robbed us of a higher point scoring place than we eventually finished. But no contact on this occasion, but he is now occupying that last place on the road that we have occupied for quite some time so far in this Grand Prix, as we've got Sir Lane ahead of us, and now a 5-second stop-go penalty ahead of us as well, which will surely be removed by the stewards at the end, or at least we'll try and get it removed if it's even relevant come the end of the race, because I doubt we're going to be in the points anyway. But ultimately it was a bit harsh, just one cut at Club Corner, and that was all she wrote as far as the penalty goes. But what's this? Sir Lane and the Manor going wide, and that's going to give us a chance as we head into Village now. Is compromises line through Village, so we're going to have the outside for the loop. Can we hang it out around the outside? We're going the long way round. It's going to be difficult. We've hit the curb as well, which is going to slow our traction, and sure enough, Sir Lane maintains the place. We cut the corner, we hit the curb, we nearly drop it on the exit of Aintree as well. But that's Sir Lane maintaining P20 for now, and that's us still mired in P21. We try and take an outside line through Brooklyn. Sir Lane's wise to it and covers it off well anyway. Now we're on the outside to Luffield, but that's going to be no cigar for us round there either. Certainly not in these conditions, not even in the dry you'd imagine either. And so that's it for now. But on lap 5 we had another go, because Sir Lane has left the session. He's lagged out. Now can we pass an AI car? He's a ghost, which helps of course, and we have at least got the job done there. So we're now up into P19 with a car ahead of us retiring as well, or are we? Because we've just made an absolute meal of Aintree and even give the AI car another chance to come back past us. But it does wise to sit behind us, but we've then gone a bit wide into Brooklands. I've cut that out because it's disgustingly bad driving. So we've still somehow, though, despite that, managed to catch up to Scott, to Prototype Budgie up ahead of us, our teammate, of course. But after asking on the team radio if he would kindly move out of our way, it was a firm no from Scott. And to be fair, I can't really blame him. We're battling over P17, so we may as well have a bit of a fight of it. It's probably the only fight we're going to have all day in this one. We've got it all out of shape coming out of Chapel, but not quite as out of shape as Scott was, in fact. And he's left the door open on the inside of the Stowe. We haven't quite got the straight line speed. We're going for it anyway. It's a bit of a lunge. He's left us room. It's wheel banging through Stowe as he maintains the position for now, but he's got all out of shape on the exit again. We've cut to the inside. We're diving back down the inside again with another dive bomb, another outrageous manoeuvre, and that is job done this time. We've shown him the exit curb there at Vale, and that is P17 for now. A hard fought P17 and a nice clean battle there with Scott. So we're now up into P14, 13 as the various positions and various pit stops, I should say, shake their way out. And there was Liam off, as you noticed, on the right hand side of your screens there, as he'd come to a bit of a drama on the entrance to the pit lane. As we've now got Worthy right ahead of us. As we go into the pit lane, we nearly bottle it on the way in. That could have been messy, as we nearly did exactly what Liam must have done there on the exit of Stowe. But into the pit lane we eventually managed to reach, and it's lap 11 of 26. We're nearing the halfway point of the race. But the reason we've made this stop a fraction earlier than we were scheduled to is because, of course, we were catching the back of that Williams, and Worthy wasn't showing a lot of pace, so we did not want to get tied up in a battle with that Williams and lose any more time than we already have. But of course, a lot of time lost in the pit lane thanks to not only that 5-second penalty but also a front wing change. So a 13.1 second stop. I had time for a cup of tea and a flapjack midway through that pit stop, which was absolutely delicious, but not delicious for our race prospects, I tell you that much. As we're now down into up into P15, I should say, as Worthy has made his pit stop and has come out right behind us. So we have indeed got the jump on the Williams during the pit stop phase, but we've slightly overcooked it now into Village as well, which is going to compromise our run through the loop. And sure enough, later on in the lap, that has put Worthy right on our gearbox. He's fired these wet tyres up sensationally quickly and is now putting some big pressure on us over what is, despite being a measly P14, we're certainly going to battle for it. And we're going to battle the car as well, as it was trying to get away from us once again. You can see how treacherous these conditions are, and I'm at serious deficit of talent in these conditions as well. But as we head through Cops, we've nearly dropped it again. We've hung on to it though. The car just keeps wanting to get away from us at every possible opportunity. And as we head into Maggots and Beckett's now, it's going to be a similar story, as we've just gone a little bit too deep through the second phase of Beckett's. It's compromised our run through Chapel, but we've managed to get away with it on this occasion. But we haven't got away with it this time. It's an even worse moment for us on lap 19, and a 3-second time penalty to match as well, and that has put Worthy right on our rear wing. So here we go. We're going to try and defend the inside line as much as we can going up into Stowe, because Worthy is going to have a big run on us here. He hasn't quite got the straight line speed that I thought he'd have though, and we have at least retained the position for now, but we've compromised our line into Stowe because of how tight to the inside we was, and that's allowed Worthy round the outside. Easy meet there for Worthy. He's just cruised round the outside of us because of how tight our line was, but he's compromised his line through Vale and Club. We're on the inside at Club Corner now. We're oversteering, I should say, into the side of him, but we've just about got away with it, and he has lost traction coming out the final corner, so we've got to run on him up the inside into Abbey. It's a bold move, but it is job done there. Worthy backed out of it, in all fairness. Did not want to go side by side into Abbey, and I suppose I had the high ground for the corner, so intelligent driving from him there. And now it's a case of, can we break away from the Williams? We showed earlier that we had a pace advantage over him. Now is the time to deploy that pace advantage again if we have it in the locker. And as you can see, as we just about struggle through Aintree once again, a problem corner for us in this race, we do indeed have the pace over the Williams. And in fact, we stay P12, the P12 that we started in. So on lap 26 of 26, after all those shenanigans shook their way out through that race distance, we end up exactly where we started, outside of the points. And after a dismal afternoon, mired with the tail enders and mired in the midfield, it's a nil point from Silverstone. A much better day, though, for Melanie. In the McLaren with his 4th podium, I believe, in 4 races, taking out a well-deserved victory. Sam was the man finishing P2, just 4.4 seconds back after penalties, and the mighty midget, not a victim of lag this week, finishing in P3. A shout to the Drastic brothers as well, Drastic Devil and Drastic Midget, P9 and P10 respectively, certainly bringing home the points, whereas I couldn't, finishing down in P12. Some interesting battles today anyway. Actually did some overtaking for a change as well, which is a novelty for me. They'll be making the closed season highlights even if this race result won't. So hope you've enjoyed the battles with Worthy and with Scott. Big shout to those guys for being clean races in that one and really providing the only entertainment from an otherwise tricky afternoon where we were absolutely mired throughout. But thanks ever so much for watching anyway, folks. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you've really enjoyed this video, well, why not subscribe for some more league racing action and some more general motorsport gaming shenanigans. But until next time, I shall see you very soon. Goodbye.